Hello, everybody, and welcome to the new Bat Friends Adventures, episode number 97. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, alongside the world champion, Joe. Hey, Joe.
First episode of year 3.
Did both of the podcasts start at the same time?
Pretty much. I launched the Wednesday after you, but my memory also came up the other day of me sharing the first episode.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, first episode of 3. Or maybe second, actually.
What a doozy it is.
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, let's just get right into it so we can get this over nice and quick. This is episode 11 of the new Batman Adventures, entitled The Ultimate Thrill, written by Hilary J. Bader, who, so we discussed it episodes ago, first woman that we remember to write an episode of the show. And
oh, is this the same chick?
Yeah, and she's done nothing but garbage.
Yeah.
She's done, I'm sorry, this is not a commentary on all women, especially on this Women's History Month. Commentary on this one specific person, because she did You Scratch My Back.
She did the Mr. Freeze episode. That's where we noticed it, wasn't it?
Yes.
Because that's where she gave it. So, yeah.
Yeah, Cold Comfort, You Scratch My Back, now The Ultimate Thrill.
Yeah, she's trash.
And directed by Dan Ribba.
She should work with Zack Snyder.
Oh, Justice League 2, the
Electric Boogaloo.
The Bader cut.
The Bader cut. I can't get it off.
It's cubic zirconium anyways.
So there's a really funny moment coming up that's funny for me, and I think I told the story on this podcast years ago. But Roxxy Rocket sucks. She's trash. And if you like her, I'm sorry that you have terrible taste. She's annoying the entire episode.
Yeah.
I don't, like, it's just, I was rolling my eyes the entire episode. The one thing I find funny is that her fucking rocket is phallic as fuck. Especially when the Batjet comes up and I'm like, that's phallic as fuck.
What does make me laugh about this is, I think I've told you personally, I don't know if it's on air, but like one of the tattoos I want to do, like the sleeve I want to do, is all the punk rock stuff that inspired me. And the image I want from NoFX is S&M Airline.
Which is this, yeah basically. It's the other thing. Did I write anything down? Oh, wait. I did, I don't. Oh, yeah, that's funny, too. I remember what that is. So, I don't like this. So, she shoots that and it breaks the glass of the helicopter. Drink soda makes me laugh. That makes me laugh. But, if helicopters shattered from that impact, the helicopters would be crashing all the fucking time. That jet redesign looked like a dick. Her rocket makes no sense.
So she's riding the tiny little white rocket, and Batman has the giant big
with wings that look like balls. Because it's not like in '89 Batman, it was shaped like a bat, like a symbol. Nope, this has the wings back like balls.
Well, even in animated series.
Yeah, it was a bat jet. It was a bat.
I literally have one hanging on my wall. It's a bat.
This is the thing that doesn't make sense to me either. Why do chicken in this thing if you're just going to turn anyway? You could have. There was no point in doing that. That was just a very shitty tactical decision.
It was. Yeah. It was her, like, the whole. She's doing it for the thrill, the adrenaline.
It's stupid.
Look how fucking weird she is.
Dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb.
Dumb. To the right wing. That's funny. That's how annoyed I was by this episode. I didn't even notice that last night. I was like, oh yeah, Batman's coming in for a crash landing. Sure, whatever. Bang. Why not? I mean, she's a fucking redhead with a dick between her legs, and I'm bored by this episode. That's how bad this episode is. I mean, if you're crashing, you should be able to hit the... Whatever. Just whatever. It's all dumb. It's a bad episode, because it's a bad cartoon. This is coming out of your allowance, Master Bruce. Hilarious. Roxanne Sutton made me laugh.
Yeah.
Jonah.
Heavy on the Batgirl in these chunk of episodes.
There's a funny moment coming up with Batgirl, though. I mean, a moment that makes me laugh. That was the problem.
Is it when she falls off the building and dies?
No. That's a different episode.
Insurance costs bust film.
That is funny, because we talked about that. That, like, anytime you hear so-and-so has been blackballed in Hollywood now, what that really means is they party too much or whatever, and they can't afford insurance anymore. Mm-hmm. That's all it means. Like Andy Dick. And that was all personal. But still, it gets to the point where it's like, we can't fucking insure him. So, pretty sure I told the story. But I saw that. And I went, oh no! It's the Penguin! He's got the jewels! Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Like it all comes back.
Double or nothing. I don't like this fucking woman.
I know, she's just a twat. Like, it's not even, she's just annoying.
Yeah, you would have won, too.
You worry me, my Pippin.
That's just cruel. I don't think I noticed that last time we were in Iceberg Lounge.
Oh.
They're wearing next to nothing.
Yeah.
I do dig the bow tie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Solid choice.
It's fair.
But that place has to be freezing.
Well, I mean, it's a club, so it's not it's supposed to look like it's freezing, but it's not really freezing. Because who wants to eat dinner in a fucking ice cold place?
Depends what version of the Ice Club Lounge we're in.
Well, I mean, this is because his whole point. Okay, here's the other thing. Ever been pursued by a bird of prey? A penguin's not a bird of prey.
You're tipping into Andrew Cuomo territory.
But his whole point is I'm a legitimate businessman. So, like, this version has to be open to the public.
Yeah.
So it's not a crime club, it's a...
are the ones that are, like, iced over, or those...
Probably. I would imagine.
I don't care. Fucking Penguin sucks.
I mean, Danny DeVito's cool.
Yeah, Navy's good people.
That made me laugh, too, that it was, when I read Urban Legend, that it was Lucius Fox. No one can get in here unless she rides a fucking rocket. Like, what made me laugh, too, is that when she skids, I'm like, it's a speeder bike. It looks like a speeder bike.
I love how, I mean, they do it on purpose, but just in the background, Bruce being like,
I'm gonna dip out of here. Fucking Bruce. Energetic, forceful. And yet small enough to fit in a saddlebag.
Dumb millionaires.
Would you kind of think?
I don't think I remember this part.
I remember seeing her load it and going, this is dumb, and looking away. Her own bat signal.
This made me laugh.
It's fucking...
I got a rocket pack now, guys.
Yeah. With wings that, again, don't do shit. I mean, at least they're shaped like wings, but, like...
So goofy looking. The wing design reminds of a shittier Archangel from...
Yeah. Swoosh. This is the little inside thing that made me laugh that I thought was clever but also annoying. So she's, fucking doing that shit. Batman's following her. We're gonna get a little peek ahead into a future episode here. Just a flare gun? Like, yeah, it's a flare gun. Why is she just shooting a flare gun around? Roxxy Rocket sucks. Hold on, I don't want to miss this thing, because this was a small joy that filled me with happiness. And it's so rare in this cartoon to get any fucking happiness. That's dumb. Farmer Brown. Critters. Oh, that's Farmer Brown. What the fuck is that? Oh, so a few years ago, they made a HeroClix set, Batman the Animated Series, based on Batman the Animated Series. And it had some JLU shit in it. And a bunch of people, after the set was revealed, were just like, man, why no Roxxy Rocket? I really want Roxxy Rocket. And I had never seen this episode before I watched it for the show. Never. Not once.
The correct reason is because...
she's terrible.
This isn't Batman the Animated Series.
Also, she's terrible. Like, I watched it last night, and I went, I'm so glad they didn't make her at HeroClix. She's fucking garbage.
I think this is the last action figure I bought from the animated series set.
Yeah.
Because I remember telling our retailer I just want the animated series set because I had the money at the time.
Yeah.
And then I come in one day and it's Roxxy Rocket, and I'm just like, I told him, like, this is an animated series. I will buy it because I technically ordered it.
Right.
But if this is what's going forward, I don't want the rest of the sets. And that's what bugged me about DC Direct back then, is if it was fucking Batman animated, it was Batman animated series. And, I mean, they still do it, because you go to HBO Max, and this is considered an animated series. This isn't fucking animated series.
Right.
Although they do go out of their way in this episode to bring back the blimps a lot.
Yeah. Well, and the troop carrier. They try to do the troop carriers a lot, too.
Well, the troop carrier we've seen a few times throughout this series.
Mm-hmm.
But this... I might be wrong. I might not pay attention close enough, but I think this is the first time the blimps came back.
This is what made me laugh. Trendiest restaurateur. My sources tell me she's been at the Iceberg Lounge after hours. Way after hours. Are you sure your sources are good? They're hookers. Batgirl hangs out with hookers.
It checks out.
That's what that tells me, and I'm like, what? It's such a weird choice to make. Could have been anybody. They're hookers.
Two shitty villains walk into a bar. It's the Iceberg Lounge.
And they're Penguin and Roxxy Rocket. Danny DeVito's cool, though.
Like I said, Danny DeVito's cool, and if anyone was going to play Penguin, it should have been him. They just shouldn't have done Penguin in live action.
I still like 60s Penguin. I like Meredith Brooks. But that's because it's so over the top.
Being a huge 60s Batman fan, anything in 60s Batman is perfect. I do love that Penguin because, yes, it is like, it's a cartoon character come to life where most of the time they either do this, where it's Penguin, the outstanding businessman, or for some reason he went to jail, now he has crime tattoos and is like a badass for some reason.
Yeah, he's Juggalo Penguin.
Yeah. At least when they did animated series Penguin, there's like, let's give him a vulture. Why?
Birds!
Yeah.
Because birds.
It was goofy.
Why does she have a grappling hook? I don't know. She rides a rocket. Like, it just...
Yeah, stick to the theme, lady. Just so bad.
And that's just it. Like, I mean, again...
That's a good shot. I like that.
But it's like... The strength of the anime series was that its villains were compelling. And whether you identified with them or not, or sympathized with them or not, they drew you in. I just didn't give a shit at any point in this episode about anything that was happening except for Batgirl hanging out with hookers. That was the only thing that drew my interest.
Come to think about it, I think my favorite Penguin story is the one where he gets rejected by the other millionaires.
Yeah, where he gets his heart broken because they're assholes. Cold-blooded. This isn't a HeroClix group, for the record.
Okay.
The highlighted quote is, following the success of last year's movie, Warner Brothers was quick to announce that Jenkins and series star Gal Gadot will return once again for a third film. The commentary was, huh? What successful Wonder Woman movie came out last year? Did I miss a good one that competed with Wonder Woman 84? Cold-blooded.
Would you see Disney attached like a story, consult a bunch of shit to the Patty Jenkins Star Wars movie after that?
No.
Yeah, the movie came out.
Because again, I try not to pay attention to anything because I don't care.
Yeah, that movie came out, and then like all these stories came out. It's like, and Disney was like, "Well, we fucked up."
You done fucked up, hey Ron.
Which I think is the wrong lesson to take from that movie, but
sure, but you know, studios,
yeah,
etc., etc. It's one of those things I was almost gonna explain to you guys. Yeah, I'm just gonna work through my own therapy because this episode's so fucking terrible. I hate repeating myself. It's like it creates irrational rage in me. Like there are times where I can understand it, but like when someone's just obviously just not listening and doesn't care, it pisses me the fuck off. Because when I was younger, and still now, but I'm not around them as much, I would be talking and saying something to like my dad, and my mom would just start talking over me, and it drove me, and so it just drove me fucking nuts. Where it's like, you know, I'm speaking, you don't interrupt me. Like you can wait your fucking turn.
Dana has an irrational response to that, where she doesn't like repeating. I don't like repeating myself,
Sure,
but there's
honest mistake, right?
Yeah, shit happens.
Yeah,
and like so, if I don't hear her or she mumbles, because she'll never admit that she mumbles,
right? That's fine. That isn't like.
And
that,
I say
I
like,
can understand that.
She gets mad about it. There's also, I'm legit when I say it too. If I zone out and I miss what you said, I will look you dead in the eyes and be like, I'm sorry, I just zoned out. Can you say that again?
But like, it came up because I was just looking and thinking about something we just talked about before, where it's like, I said, here's my availability. When are you available? Okay, I said my availability. You gotta give me vroom 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 vroom. I totally missed that because I didn't give a shit the first time I watched it.
I feel like by this point in the episode, I was deep into my phone.
Yep, I was checked the fuck out. Sex joke.
Yep. They're both riding dicks.
Yep.
Together in a game.
This is what this show has come.
And now she has a laser gun.
Sure. So that's another thing. She said third act. That annoyed me with the complaints about WandaVision. There were a lot of people that were like, the last episode just nothing happened, and I wanted to be like, do you not understand story structure? There's the climax, and then there's the denouement. The climax was realizing what Wanda is in episode, what is this, technically 9 episodes total?
Yeah.
So episode 8. Episode 8 is the climax. Episode 8 is, here's what everything is, here's how it goes, and then episode 9 is resolving. You fucking morons. Fucking swine! Sure. It's autopilot.
So
I want to fuck on a rooftop.
Somebody. That's the pose she's in.
Yep. She took her jacket off. That's what's happening.
I started seeing fan theories. Because I started seeing the one that you pointed out. That Rodney, or whatever his name is. Boner.
Ralph.
Is Jimmy Woo's contact, whatever.
Yeah.
So another one that popped up that to me was people really, really stretching was when Jimmy Woo gets out of handcuffs, calls cops, or calls the FBI. He asks for Clint.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, he's calling Hawkeye. I'm just like, You guys are so mad that Mephisto didn't show up.
Yeah.
Then now you're just like, and now Ronan's gonna show up, or Hawkeye, wherever he is now.
Well, did you, I can't remember, did I send you the meme where it's fucking Falcon, I know a thing or two, and then it's a panel of, thing confirmed. And it's like, that's what people do now, because people have forgotten how to just watch and enjoy shit.
I've seen that around.
I get having a little fun, and, it would be cool if they did this, it'd be cool if they did that. But people have forgotten how to, like, sit and watch a show and enjoy a show.
Well,
and let it unravel.
Remember when they were looking for the aerospace engineer or whatever?
Yeah, and people started being like, oh, it's going to be fucking Fantastic Four. It's going to be Reed Richards.
And I said on air, and I'm going to repeat this to everybody. If that happened, that would have been the biggest secret that any studio, specifically Disney, has ever kept.
Right.
Because it's like, it's a big deal that Fantastic Four is back.
Yeah.
Who's directing it? And that it's MCU, so there's higher expectations that it might be good.
Right.
Hey, they weren't going to do that in their fucking Disney Plus TV show.
No.
So that was never going to happen. But it's like, I don't think that was legitimate. Like, oh my, engineer, space, Fantastic Four. Like, okay, I get the lines you're crossing here, but like, come on. It just really started to bug me when it's like everything had to be a connection to something.
Well, and again, it's people that don't understand how the world works. It's just like, well, it's like, so, like, they announced they're going to do a Fantastic Four movie, so you're saying that they already have Reed Richards cast, they already have him under contract, and they had him, like, before they announced the movie, they had him ready to fucking shoot WandaVision. Like, it's just, it's not how it works. There could have been little Easter eggs, but it's like, and the thing too is, like I've said, Marvel has not failed yet. They haven't all been home runs, and they haven't all been amazing, but they have yet to fail. Just let them figure it out. They haven't fucking let you down yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean, we're about to get Zemo in the purple hood.
Right. Well, and that's just it too. And it's like, I mean, that's just it too, where I said it when I was in the shop. And they were talking about the fan theories and everything, and, our mutual friend said, wow, everyone's theories were wrong. And I just went, mine wasn't. I literally said it's House of M. And it was House of M on a smaller scale. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Well, it's like, yeah.
And I said early on when everyone's like, oh, like, to the guys, oh, well, there's got to be, who's the big bad? I'm like, grief. Grief is the big bad. Like,
well, I said it a little more simpler, but I had said from, I think, episode 4 or 5, like, everybody's overthinking this. Wanda's the bad guy.
Right. The reason why, because I think I told you, I think we talked about it, I can't remember. But, with some people being like, oh, well, Wanda's the vision. Wanda's the villain. And it's like, she's not the villain. She's the antagonist of her own story, which is weird. But, like, the whole point of this on a deep level is she didn't realize what she was doing because she was so consumed with her own bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's why I understand what you said, but like when we were like, oh, she's the villain, it's like, it's not that she's the villain, she's not doing this maliciously. She's lost in her own grief, and there is like, that's a beautiful notion, and that's an important story to tell. Like, because I saw it when we were in the store, when she comes back after everything's gone back, and she's walking up to Monica, and everyone's giving her the shit eye. And it's like, yeah, like, we as the audience have gone on this journey with you and see how hurt you are and how remorseful you are. They don't fucking care because you fucked up their life.
Yeah.
And you know what? Both are fair and both are valid.
Mm-hmm.
But, people are idiots and have no poetry in their soul, so. Should have had Master Pandemonium. The guy who fucking had babies on his arms. That would have been better.
Speaking of poetry in your heart, where can people find you on the internet?
JoePank.com. There is poetry in your heart if you go there. That's true. My Twitch is there. My YouTube is there. Store is there. All kinds of fun shit. You can also follow me on Twitter, JoePank36. That's not it. That's Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter at Cthulhu Holmes or Joe Pank. Both will get you there. Instagram's JoePank36. That's the thing that I should have planned ahead of time, but who cares? You can listen to my other show, Uncut and Unedited, up 3 days early. patreon.com/JoePank. And because this is the more geek-oriented podcast I'm on, talk about ClixNexus. You can go to clixnexus.com. I am currently, maybe, by the time this comes out, maybe I'll have been booted out already, but participating in a charity tournament for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Details and some matches are up on ClixNexus. Even if you don't want to watch any of them, you can go over there and there are details on how to donate to a very worthy cause.
And you can find me at Fortress Chris on Twitter. And this week, everybody, you probably already saw that I did this, but I did a live stream with some other friends, including the people over at I Freaking Love Comics, about the Snyder Cut. So, as of this recording, it hasn't happened. So either, yay, I liked it, or more likely, why did I waste 4 hours of my life? But go check it out and enjoy my misery. And who knows, I might bring up a subject just to make Joe laugh. And then give the guys over there, I Freaking Love Comics, a view or two, because they're good people. And if you're listening to us, subscribe, use the 5 stars, whatever metric your podcatcher uses, so more people can listen to the joy and wonder that is Joe. And if you're watching this, to subscribe to the channel, thumb up the video, comment down below. Thanks all so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.
The secret word is butt stuff.